All right, Mark, net, after the FTC news and the print, what's your take?
Incrementally more bullish. This was an accelerating revenue growth story. It was the first quarter since 2015 where they actually had ad revenue growth accelerate. They're growing 2 times faster than overall internet advertising. This company is generating very high margins, even in a deep investment year. It's one of the best business models, and we think valuation is pretty attractive at approximately 19-20 times GAAP earnings. We think it's probably the best buy long-term, 12 months out in the internet space.
We didn't get to check in with you yesterday on the FTC settlement. Does that privacy committee, is it going to crimp growth or innovation at all?
We don't think so. It's possible. The company went out of its way, as it did last quarter, to warn about targeting headwinds in the back half of the year, their inability to target in the way that they have in the past, maybe lowering the ROI for advertisers and reducing advertiser interest in Facebook. It's possible. I don't think that's going to happen. Our survey work consistently shows that the 2 top ROI platforms on the internet are Google and Facebook. And by the way, the third one is Instagram. I think advertisers appreciate the scale, the targeting of Facebook's platform. I don't think these privacy regulations are going to change that. I think the value proposition for advertisers is compelling, has been, and will remain.
Colin, that's certainly backed up anecdotally from some of the CMOs that have spoken out in the past couple of weeks. And now we're heading into the thick of an election season in the next several quarters. I wonder whether or not you think that incrementally is going to push revenue acceleration even farther.
Well, I think clearly, as Mark said, the trends for Facebook are very good. And it was an impressive quarter, not just in Instagram, but the core Facebook app as well showed incremental engagement and monetization. So the elections, I think, overall for Facebook are not going to be a big deal. In fact, the company is pivoting towards not just privacy, but commerce and payments. So from that perspective, the holiday season, the shopping season, we think will be more important for them than the election cycle.
I mean, Mark, you really feel comfortable telling investors to buy a company that is under siege by regulators, from the FTC to the DOJ? It goes from sort of reviews to investigations. It's antitrust. It's privacy. I get that the shares have been strong and the results speak for themselves, but is this going to be an overhang for the stock?
Are we talking about Facebook, Google, or Amazon?
Look, let's start with Facebook. Facebook is the only one, by the way, who's disclosed that it's spending billions on this. That could be a risk in itself.
No, yes, it could be. Look, it's a serious issue. These are uncharted waters, so no, I don't have great conviction that what investors are going to do with this kind of risk. My guess is that the peak multiple that Facebook enjoyed in the past, which was around 25 times earnings, may not get there again. There may well be a market discount of 1 or 2 turns on that to try to capture the regulatory risk. It's possible we'll see a change. At the end of the day, I think what's going to drive the stock and what has driven it year to date, and by the way, there's been an enormous amount of negative publicity on Facebook in the last 12 months. Arguably, if there was public enemy number 1 in the last 12 months, at times it was Facebook. And yet, you look at what's happened to fundamentals. They've been extremely consistent. The users aren't budging from Facebook and its family of properties, and advertisers aren't either. It's possible that regulators will change that. I think it's highly, highly unlikely that there's a breakup of Facebook, that they're required to sell WhatsApp or an Instagram. I think that'd be completely unprecedented. So yes, there's risk. I think it may come into multiple. It hasn't shown up in the earnings, and we don't think it will for the foreseeable future.